So, we're going to do another comic review, another book sent to me by my good friend Chris. Thank you as always, brother. And we're going to be doing Superman Up in the Sky by Tom King and Andy Kubert. Which is funny because I actually, it's kind of funny I'm talking about this because in my review of Volume 2 of Flash Gordon, I talked about how I had essentially did an interview talking about that with Jeremy Adams, the creator of the comic, of the Flash Gordon book. And here, it's kind of funny because I'm tangentially connecting another video of mine because I did an interview of Emma Kubert, Andy Kubert's niece. So that was another fun review. I accidentally called her Emma Roberts at the start of it. She was really cool. She was incredibly nice. But yeah. So you may be thinking, Tom King? Oh no. Well, Tom King's one of my favorite writers, so I don't think, oh no, every time. He's not perfect. I will call a spade a spade. I really enjoy a lot of his Wonder Woman. The Absolute Power tie-ins were not good, but I do want to read the third and final volume of his run to see how it all plays out. And I know a lot of people were like, they saw Tom King on Superman and were like, oh no, it's going to be bad because we all saw his Superman in Heroes in Crisis. And every time he writes Superman, it's not exactly fun. And you'd be right. I mean, he writes it in a way that is like, his Superman is a little more like, I'm kind of a godlike being. I don't know how to connect with you. And it is funny because this comic actually appeared in do you guys remember the big like $10 Walmart books from DC Comics where they would have like collected stories and original stories within them? They had a Wonder Woman one that was done by Amanda Conner and Jimmy Palmiotti. They had one with Teen Titans. They had one with... It was always one original story that they collected in trade. The Batman Bendis book, Batman Universe, I have not read it, but I heard it is Brian Michael Bendis' best work at DC, which is a really low bar to climb over, but I've heard nothing but great things about his Batman book. It's almost like he should have been writing Batman from the freaking start, right? Instead of Superman. But Tom King, you might think that this is a depression sesh. It's actually not. This is actually one of the best Superman comics I have ever read. Superman Up in the Sky is going to become, and mark my words, regardless of how you feel about Tom King as a writer, regardless of everything you have, if you like him or hate him, regardless of how you feel, this is going to be one of the most quintessential this is going to be on that list of essential Superman comics, like All-Star Superman or Kingdom Come, or what's so funny about Truth and Justice in the American Way. It's this Superman Up in the Sky is going to become, a few years, if it hasn't already, become one of the most quintessential Superman comics of our time. Full stop. I'm not joking. So let's kind of like dig into why that is. So Superman Up in the Sky is a story where, after being contacted by Batman, Clark meets a young girl whose foster family was brutally murdered. And at first, Clark's like, well, Bruce, that sucks, but like, why do you need me? And he's like, you just need to go talk to her. So he talks to the little girl and mentions one of her foster sisters was taken by these people. And he's like, well, where did they go? And she goes, up in the sky. So it turns out aliens had killed this family and kidnapped this little girl. And at first, Clark is like, it sucks, and like the Green Lanterns will take care of it, I'm sure, but I'm needed here. But it's very clear Clark can't do that. Clark, like that little girl doesn't have anyone. So now Superman goes across the galaxy to save this one girl, this one little child. It's an Odyssey story. It's almost like what Christopher Priest's Superman Lost wanted to be, but that book was just depressing and out of character. I cannot get over of how much Superman Lost was bad, of how bad it was. This is the better version. If you didn't like Superman Lost, Up in the Sky can get the bad taste out of your mouth. So the comic, let's just get into it. Tom King, this is the most hopeful Tom King has ever written as a writer. Like, he does have little points here and there, but for the most part, you're in for an emotional ass beating if you're reading a Tom King book, which the last Tom King book I read like Human Target and a few other books. I really want to read it. I think his Black Canary book is out, Best of the Best. I really want to read that his Tom King's Black Canary book. But yeah, this comic is the most hopeful you'll read of Tom King. In fact, you'll be points where Superman will say, like Clark will say something, you're going, Tom King writes this? But I shouldn't complain, because he also did a phenomenal job with Supergirl. It's almost like he should be writing Superman full time, or at least for 12 issues, just a 12-issue run. I love Tom King as a writer. He's one of my favorite writers working in the business right now. But even I'm like, you need a certain level, Tom. There's a point. Don't go past that point, or you're just going to go off the rails. Like everything past War of Jokes and Riddles and Batman. I can't. I really like his Wonder Woman so far. I do want to read the third and final volume of his part of the run, because I think it does end in volume 3 or 4. But I do want to finish his Wonder Woman run to see how he sticks the landing, because I like it so far. Outside of the Absolute Power tie-ins. Where was I going with this? Oh, right. So it's the most hopeful you'll see of it. But you know what also helps? Tom King always gets the best artists. Like it's not even a joke. Tom King works with the best writers of all time. So you can have I don't know. Let me just show you. It's Andy freaking Kubert, guys. You know, you're gonna get stuff like this. You're gonna get beautiful images like this, or this, it's pages upon pages of it. And the book is actually really hopeful. It's a bunch of little, it's like almost like a Homer's Odyssey kind of thing, where Clark goes across space encountering all these different tests. And it's also funny because this feels like a Golden Age Superman comic. This really does have all the trappings of a Golden Age Superman comic, where Clark encounters stuff you would see in a classic 1920s, 1930s Superman book. Like he encounters a guy named Mito, or he travels back in time to fight alongside Sergeant Rock. He splits it into 2 different personalities. There's so much in here that is like a redone version of Golden Age Superman comics, and it just makes me love it more. It also helps that I've also been watching, because my friend Chris has sent me a lot of Blu-rays, and one of them was the old Max Fleischer Superman cartoons. So that really put me in a really good spot of reading this, and I kind of blew through it because they're all short stories. This is a 12-part story, but all of them are really short because, again, they were really part of a fast track book. It's just kind of fun. It's hopeful, and it just encapsulates everything you love about. If you are a Superman fan, congratulations, you found a new book to really enjoy. I cannot get over how good of a book this is. I don't know if I would say this is my favorite work from Tom King, but it's now one of my favorite Superman stories of all time. Just saying, it's now just officially one of my favorite Superman comics. And this story, Superman Up in the Sky, is going to be part of that list of quintessential Superman comics. I mark my words. So yeah, do I recommend it? Oh no, totally, just skip. No, I'm kidding. Go buy this book. Not even joking, go buy this book. If you just watch Superman, James Gunn's Superman, and you want to read a book with not a lot of continuity, here you go. You want to enjoy a Superman book? Here you go. You want to change your mind on Tom King's writing? Here you go. But yeah, if you've read Superman Up in the Sky, what did you guys think of it? Comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time, the Multiverse.